Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining this afternoon. First, I want to just provide an update in terms of why we're here and why today's announcement is very important for the entire city of Cleveland. Now, as many of you know, when I took office in 2022, in terms of public safety, both for police and fire, we were dealing with a lot of challenges in terms of attraction and retention. And on day one, we got to work first with really addressing the historic pay inequities that we saw in our police department. And since 2022, we've negotiated the largest modern pay increase for the men and women of our police department, a 34% pay increase over the last 3 years since we negotiated those contracts. And as we were dealing with the challenges in police, we got to work immediately as well on the challenges in fire. And as a son of a firefighter, I spent a lot of days at the firehouse in Cleveland Heights where my dad was a firefighter for 35 years. It really is an important day for me as the mayor, but as a son of a firefighter as well too, to officially announce that we've agreed to a brand new 3-year contract with the men and women of our fire department, a 21% pay increase over the next 3 years. We can clap for that, right, guys? So again, just another example of our RISE initiative making more investments in public safety across the entire city of Cleveland. And as I said, when we announced the RISE initiative in 2023, this administration was not going to pay or spare any expense to make sure we're investing in public safety. And we know that the men and women of our fire department put their lives in the line every single day to serve our residents. So I'm excited about today's contract announcement. I'm excited about the partnership we've built with Local 93. They've been a fantastic partner. I want to thank Jake and his leadership team for being a good faith partner in that negotiation. I want to thank Matt Cole, my head of HR, for his due diligence in getting this deal done, as well as my CFO, Paul Barrett, our outside counsel, as well as our law director, Mark Griffin. And now I'll bring to the stage Jake, president of Local 93, to talk about what this deal means for the men and women of the fire department. Jake, the floor is yours.
First off, I'd like to thank Mayor Bibb, Chief, Director Drummond, Councilman. I can't overstate what an honor it is to represent the men and women who make up the Cleveland Division of Fire. I'm not here today because of the work that I've done, but due to the work that they do day in and day out has really paved the groundwork to allow us to be here today. And I can't overstate just how amazing it is that these individuals go out there willing to risk their lives for the betterment of complete strangers. And it's truly an honor. Through the last few years since Mayor Bibb has taken office, the commitment to public safety and to our firefighters, it's clear. It is a top priority, not only the public safety for our city, but for the men and women that are out there every day in our communities keeping us safe. And so I can't thank the mayor enough for that commitment. And I believe that this agreement, this new contract that we've been able to come to finalizing here in the last couple of weeks is truly a commitment and a testament to the mayor, to the safety director, and to their administration on what it means to them and the value that they place on our first responders. So I can't thank them enough for that. As we continue to work and deal with new issues every day that come up, the big takeaway from this new agreement is that we've built a stronger partnership that's going to allow us to continue to work proactively together to improve not only the safety for our men and women out there on the front lines, but for the communities that they're serving. And I can't think of a better person to segue to, but to Councilman Polensek, who is the head of our City Council Safety Committee, to speak further on that and the work that they're doing to ensure that public safety maintains a top priority. Councilman?
Thank you to Honorable Mayor Bibb, to the Chief Luke, to the Safety Director, the command staff of fire, to Local 93. On behalf of the Council President Blaine Griffin, I'm here to be supportive. You know, I'm one of these, I've been around a long time. I'm the Dean of Cleveland City Council, and I've seen the challenges that we've been confronted with trying to attract to our first responder divisions. We took major steps working with the administration to improve pay so we could attract more, so we could be competitive, not just here within Cuyahoga County, but throughout the state. So I want to commend the mayor and his negotiating team for the work that they did to put this contract together. I'm looking forward to coming before City Council. We can discuss it in detail. But my brothers and sisters, there's nothing more important to members of City Council than supporting our first responders. They are the thin blue line that protect us daily in this city. So again, I want to commend the mayor, the safety director, the chief, the negotiating team, and again, Local 93, because it is a partnership. We have to work together to make things better. And this is the way, by the actions taken, we can attract more people to our first responder division. So at this time, it gives me pleasure to introduce the Chief of Fire. But before I call up Chief Luke, I want to say this. As some people have heard me say repeatedly over the years, I believe we have one of the finest, maybe the finest fire department in the country, okay? I've dealt with them for 12 consecutive terms, so I can tell you that, not only as a public official, but as a resident who've seen their work, their daily work that they do. Their response is second to none. So again, at this time, I'd like to introduce the Chief of Fire, outstanding Chief of Fire, Chief Anthony Luke. Chief.
Afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to thank Mayor Bibb, City Council, the negotiating team, Local 93, coming to the table, getting the job done. I'm really proud to stand alongside this administration, members of our local, and the dedicated firefighters in this announcement of this new collective bargaining agreement. This contract represents more than numbers on a page. It represents a renewed commitment to the brave firefighters, the men and women who serve and protect this city every single day. It reflects shared values of respect, safety, and professionalism, and our recognition of the demanding work that firefighters perform each and every day in the most challenging situations you can imagine. As part of this agreement, the members of Local 93 will receive a 21% increase over the 3-year period of the contract. This is a significant and well-deserved step forward. It allows us to better support our personnel, attract and retain top talent, and ensure that the Cleveland Division of Fire continues to provide the highest standard of service that our residents have come to expect. This agreement also reinforces the strong partnership between labor and management that has been established over recent years. Through months of thoughtful negotiation, we've arrived at a fair and forward-looking contract that benefits firefighters, their families, and the community overall. To the members of Local 93, I want to say sincerely, thank you for your service. Your professionalism and dedication never goes unappreciated. You are the backbone of public safety in the city, and you're the backbone of everything we stand for. Thank you very much.
Okay. And one more time for Chief Luke and his entire command staff for the great job they're doing. Also want to thank Director Drummond as well for your leadership on this deal, and we have time for a few questions.
For Chief Luke?
Yeah.
Chief Luke, I was with you. This is a two-parter. How do you feel, obviously this is a big step for you, but you guys were just going door to door with smoke alarms. How do you feel, do you think there needs to be more done for community safety so that when you guys are going out, does there need to be more money put into not just going door to door with smoke alarm detectors, but do you think more needs to be done there? Also, any update on basically the number one investigation, Garden Valley apartment complex this summer? Any update on that? Because I know that was a part of the initiative, is how much you guys are trying to also make the community safer by making sure that they have the proper things in place.
Well, the honest answer to that, there can always be more money put into public safety. If we had a fire station on every street corner, we would love it, citizens would love it. The most important thing, though, is that we intelligently use and focus the resources that we have available. And I believe we're doing that now. This division has pivoted more towards a community focus, more towards a prevention instead of a response stance. So that's why you see us more and more in the community, because we're trying to prevent having to deploy millions of dollars worth of apparatus, personnel, and resources on these events. If we can prevent it, that's automatic savings. As far as Garden Valley, that investigation is still ongoing through the investigators here, the investigators at the state level. I don't have any additional updates to tell you now, but I know they are diligently working to get that out as quick as they can.
Thank you.
How big of a problem was retention with the force here before getting this coming to this new agreement?
If you go back 20, 25 years, like when I was hired, they would announce a test for firefighters, and we would have 3,000, 3,500 people show up to take the test. Now they announce a test. If we get 1,000, we're really doing good. And then out of that 1,000, you always weed down to the people who are focused, dedicated. So we've seen the generational changes that the police have seen, and even in general business, of a shift away from public service and public safety. But I think it's a communication gap. I think if this generation is properly communicated to, and they know the benefits, the joys, the payoffs of public service, we can get our numbers up. But the salary and compensation is also, because you have to provide for your family. And as inflation goes and things get more expensive, we just want to be as competitive as we can with our area agencies so that we wouldn't have firefighters leaving here going to other agencies.
Mayor, with federal cuts always hanging over our heads, will the city have the money to follow through on?
Well, as we were negotiating this contract, my instructions to Matt Cole and my CFO, Paul Barrett, was to make sure we got a deal done while at the same time protecting the general revenue funds of the city. And so as we did the analysis, we found the money to make this deal pencil. Obviously, as you saw the recent jobs report last week, the economy is a growing concern to many Americans. I read a poll this morning that the cost of groceries is still the #1 concern for many folks across the country. I know that's one of the top concerns for many residents across the city. But because of the good fiscal prudent management of my administration alongside City Council, we've been balancing our budgets over the last 3 years, and we've been able to have the right resources to bear to make these historic investments in public safety.
Mayor, on the police side of things, you don't have the crime numbers drop like you did without that support of management. Your reaction when you hear the Trump administration taking credit for their deportation is fantastic.
Well, listen, I'm really honored to say that because of our partnership with City Council, the police union, and the command staff, we have done a great job over the last 3 years of deploying an all-of-government approach to address public safety and violent crime. From the fact that we have quarterly warrant sweeps, violent crime task force reduction details, the investments we made in salary, new technology, hotspot patrolling, all that work is paying dividends. While at the same time, we're making historic investments in housing, supporting our violence interrupter programs across the city of Cleveland. And I believe because of those investments, we've seen crime decline in Cleveland. Now, one homicide is too many. That's why we are working around the clock to continue to do more to keep our streets safe and secure. All we need is a good partner in the White House and in Congress to help us continue that progress.
Senator Moreno about your update last week.
Yeah.
You call it playing politics.
Yeah.
Focusing on the city and improving it. Do you see what you said?
No. I'm speaking truth to power. And it's important for our administration to communicate the progress that we're making and to continue to get community buy-in. And so we're doing a safety walk this evening. We'll keep being out there, walking the beat, talking to folks, trying to get more vacant lots fixed, trying to get more abandoned homes fixed, trying to make sure more kids are in high-quality after-school and out-of-school time programs or have a summer job this summer. That is the work. And so while folks may want to say I'm playing politics, it's important that the residents of the city know the work we're making together in this community to reduce violent crime, because as I've often said, public safety is a group project. The fire department can't do it alone. EMS can't do it alone. The police department can't do it alone. Everybody's got a role to play.
How many firefighters do we have in the department now? And looking at some of our numbers, what we started with for our firefighter and where we're looking at within the next 2 years.
Chief, look, you got. Yeah. Hourly rate, number of firefighters and hourly rate. Do you have that on you? Yeah.
Currently, our maximum staffing in the fire department is 757. We're currently at 738. And the contractual number?
Like the numbers right there.
Thanks.
That's the current contract.
As of April 1st, 2025, the starting rate for a first-grade firefighter, $77,739. And then the contractual increases will be on top of that once this contract is fully ratified.
Retroactive starting April 1st of 2025. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. Thanks.